Hello there folks and welcome to Skills Week 2020. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Mr Campbell and I'm a modern studies teacher here at Inverurie Academy. Over the next 5 days, you're going to be working through this Google Classroom identifying the 6 main skills in the Academy Skills framework. For each of these skills, you'll undertake an activity that will help you better understand the context of that skill in the real life. Included in the Academy Skills framework are 6 key skills. Alright, we have communication, collaboration, creativity, leadership, problem solving and resilience. All of those are skills that are being exemplified at the moment by the current COVID-19 lockdown and the very sad and unfortunate situation that we find our country and the wider world entangled with. Skills such as resilience are around us all the time. For example, this morning we have the case of a 6-year-old boy in Bristol, Frank Mills, who's just raised £120,000 for the NHS. So skills are very important to us, not just at the moment in school, but also as you move on to lifelong learning and work. To introduce each of the skills to you, we have some of the members of the Academy's Rights, Respect and School group. That group is aiming to get the school silver accreditation with UNICEF, and that silver accreditation says that the school acknowledges, understands and tries to influence our human rights. So they'll talk you through some of the main skills and help give you a better understanding of what you'll be learning over the next week.
Hi, I'm Shane, and today I'm going to be talking to you about resilience. So what is resilience? Resilience is when you don't quite get the score you wanted in that test, but you study harder to get a better one. Resilience is when you're faced with the possibility of failure and you push on. Resilience is when you stay a bit later in training to practice those shots for the big game. Resilience is when you dream. When you dream and make your dream a possibility. Resilience is Captain Tom Moore, 100 years young, doing 100 laps of his backyard, raising over £13 million for the NHS. Resilience is you. Resilience is me. Resilience is all of us.
Hi, I'm Annalie and I'm going to be talking about the skill leadership. Leadership is the art of motivating a group of people to act towards achieving a goal. The leader is the inspiration and shows creativity, motivation, positivity and resilience. When we think about good leaders in our lifetime, our mind always focuses on political and business figures such as Winston Churchill, who have all been able to inspire positive changes and have shown a clear vision and integrity. However, leadership is in us all. A key example of that is Rosa Parks, who was just a regular woman at the time, but decided there needed to be a change in the civil rights in America. Her actions were able to start a huge movement. She inspired and motivated others to follow her vision. She's shown great courage against all odds and fought her views to the end.
Hi, I'm Ben, and I'm going to speak a little bit about the skill collaboration. Collaboration means the action of working with someone to produce something. A real-life example of this is when in groups you all produce a piece of work that you've been set. Another example of this, all the NHS workers collaborating to treat people.
Hello, my name is Isla and today I'm going to be speaking to you about the skill of creativity.
The definition of creativity is the use of imagination or original ideas to create something. To be creative, you also have to be open-minded and try to think of something that no one else has before. If you're creative, you're able to face challenges and do tasks with a different approach to others. Communication and collaboration are also important parts of being creative and are 2 of our school skills. We use creativity a lot in everyday life, from when you are drawing in your free time to doing online work for school. Creativity is also used where you least expect it, like in maths, trying to think of a way to answer a question, or science when you're doing an experiment. In my opinion, it is one of the most important skills. This is because it can be used to influence other skills. An example of this is problem solving, which is another one of our school skills. Creativity can also inspire resilience by coming up with ideas that may not work the first time, but will after being tweaked and changed.
Hopefully, Skills Week will help you to learn about all of our school skills and why they're all so important.
Hi, my name's Louise and I'm going to be talking to you about the skill of communication. The definition of communication is the exchange of information by speaking, writing, or using any other means. For example, I am communicating with you right now through this video. We are mostly used to communicating with people in person. So for example, if you're having a problem at school, you'll go and speak to one of your teachers, or when you meet up with your friends and you speak to your friends, that's communicating with your friends. However, right now we've had to come up with different ways to communicate with each other. So for example, you may have had a house party or a Zoom call with your friends recently. You may be FaceTiming your granny or your granddad. You also are probably spending more time on Google Classroom, seeing the work that the teachers have posted and getting in touch with the teachers if you do have a problem. This just goes to show that communication is more about than just being able to stand up and speak to a group of people, that there are so many ways to communicate with one another. However, having great communication skills, I believe, is something that is so important, and you can work on these communication skills through your time at school. I know leaving school this year, I'm so much better at communicating with other people, including teachers and adults, than I was when I was in first or second year. So working on your communication skills is really important, and it is a skill that you can carry through life.
Last but definitely not least, problem solving. Problem solving is the process of finding solutions to difficult or complex issues. That can range from something small, like figuring how much money you have and how much you need to pay for an item, to completing and making and designing the new Inverurie Community Campus building. There are 5 useful ways to solve a problem effectively. Number 1, identify the issues. Be clear about the problem. Know what you're trying to figure out. Number 2, understand everyone's interests. Number 3, list the possible solutions. Number 4, evaluate the options. Number 5, select an option.